Hi there, Teacher Benigo here. Welcome to today's session. Alright, so we continue with our series of videos meant to help the grade 12s as they are preparing for their final exams. Alright, so we are going to start solving mathematics paper 2 2023 internal in this session, and we are going to tackle these two questions that we have up there. Alright, so the first question is a question on algebraic fractions, and we are required to express it as a single fraction in its lowest terms. So this is how we're going to solve this question. So the first thing we do is we write the original question. So I always like starting with the denominator. That's a bit elevated. Let me lower it a little so that it doesn't collide with the word solutions there. So I'll bring this guy down here. A, that is 3m minus 2. On top we have a 2 minus, that is 2m minus 3. Up there we have a 1. Okay, so here is a shortcut. Whenever you're given such a question and they're asked to express it as a single fraction in its lowest terms, you simply multiply the numerator this side times the denominator this side, the numerator this side times the denominator that side. So we're going to say 2. This 2 is supposed to multiply with all the terms. So instead of saying 2 times 2m, 2 times that, we're going to express it this way. We'll simply say 2, open brackets, we plug in that denominator, and then we bring down that sign, and then it's a 1 times this one. So 1 in brackets, we plug in that denominator, 3m minus 2. Then we go ahead and come up with a common denominator. So for the common denominator, you need to keep both of these, except you have to put each one of them in brackets. Okay? So this is our common denominator. We can now go ahead and expand each bracket. So we're going to say 2 times 2m, giving us 4m. Positive times negative, negative. 2 times 3, 6. Negative times positive, negative. 1 times 3m, 3m. Negative times negative, positive. 1 times 2, that is going to be 2. Everything over the same denominator. So we're going to have 3m minus 2, close, open, 2m minus 3. We can group the like terms. So 4m and negative 3m are like terms. So we're going to say 4m minus 3m. Then negative 6, we'll go with positive 2. And then the common denominator will be the same. That is 3m minus 2, close, open, 2m minus 3, close. Okay, we can then go ahead and simplify. So 4m minus 3m is going to give us 1m, but when the coefficient of a variable is 1, you don't write it, so I'm just going to write m instead of writing 1m. Okay, when the signs are different, you keep the sign of the bigger number, which is a negative. Then you subtract the smaller number from the bigger number, 6 minus 2, giving us a 4 there. Our common denominator is going to be, that is 3m minus 2, close, and 2m minus 3. At this point, you cannot simplify this one any further than that, so that will be our final answer, and we are done. We now come to the second question, which says solve 3x squared plus 13x minus 7 is equal to 0, giving your answer correct to 2 decimal places. So this is a quadratic equation, and this is how we're going to solve it. So we write the original question, 3x squared plus 13x minus 7 is equal to 0. So when you're dealing with a quadratic equation, come with the data table, you need the values of a, b, and c. So a is a coefficient of x squared, which is 3. B is a coefficient of x, which is 13. And then c is a constant, the negative 7 there. Okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to come up, the quadratic formula for paper 2 is actually indicated in the question, which is x is equal to negative b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac, everything over 2a, like that. Then we simply plug in the values of a, b, and c wherever they are required. So we're going to now say x is equal to negative, what is the value of b? Our b is 13. So negative 13 plus or minus square root, what is b again? B squared, so that's going to be in brackets 13 squared, we close, okay? So the square is supposed to be outside. 13 squared minus 4, what is our a? Our a is 3, close, open. What is our c? Our c is negative 7, we close, okay? Everything over 2a, what is our a? Our a is 3 there. And then we continue solving. X is equal to negative 13 plus or minus the square root of 13, that should be 169. Let me just grab my calc. It should be 169. 13 squared is 169 minus, okay, so there negative times positive is negative times negative is positive. And then 4 times 3 there, that gives us 12. 12 times 7 gives us 84. Okay, then everything over 2 times 3 gives us a 6. So x is equal to negative 13 plus or minus square root of, what is 16 plus 169? 169 plus 84 gives me 253. Then everything over 6. So at this point, I'm now going to distribute these two signs evenly. I'm going to say x is equal to negative 13, and then I get the positive, I put it here, 253 over 6, and then I say or x is equal to negative 13, then this time around I pick the negative. The square root of 253, everything over 6. So x, this side will be, I'll compute that. So you can simply say negative 13 plus the square root of that equals, and then you divide by 6. Otherwise, for me, my calculator is able to compute all that. So I can simply plug in the values the way they are appearing. 253, like that. And then I plug in the 6 down there. This gives me negative 4.4629 294306, or x is equal to, so even there I'm going to say negative 13 square root of 253 divided by 6. Oh, there's a minus there actually. Minus negative 13 minus 253. Okay, that gives me negative 4.81766287. Let me just confirm this one. If I plugged in the correct value, I don't know if I forgot the negative, the positive there. So negative 13 plus the square root of 253 divided by 6. Okay, so I made a mistake for this one. I didn't include the positive sign. So be very careful. Our x is therefore going to be 0.4843289534. Okay, we round it off to 2 decimal places. It's going to be 0.48, or x is equal to negative 4.8. This one round this one over to 2. So these are going to be our final answers, and we are done. Right, so these are the solutions for questions 1A and B. So in the next session, which will be posted tomorrow at 05 hours, we'll be solving the next question, which should be on matrices and set notation. So if you found this video useful, please make sure you give it a like. And if you'd like to see more of such content and you're not yet following us or subscribed to the YouTube channel, in case you're seeing this from YouTube, make sure you do the needful so that whenever we post, you'll be able to see our videos. Otherwise, if you also know some people who would be able to benefit, who you feel may benefit from this content, please make sure you invite them over so that we can all learn together. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.